Have you ever noticed that women often become more interested when a man isn't fully available? Not cold, not distant, but slightly out of reach. Today, we're going to break down the psychology, biology, and emotional triggers behind why this works, and how men misunderstand it. This isn't about playing games, it's about attraction dynamics. Chapter 1. Attraction grows in uncertainty. Have you ever wondered why a little mystery can be so captivating? Why we're drawn to people who don't lay all their cards on the table at once? The answer isn't about playing games. It's rooted in the fundamental wiring of the human brain. In this chapter, we'll explore the powerful psychological principle of uncertainty and how it fuels attraction, not through manipulation, but through genuine self-respect and a well-rounded life. Our brains are essentially prediction machines, constantly scanning the environment to understand what will happen next. This process is designed for efficiency. When an outcome is guaranteed and predictable, the brain categorizes it, files it away, and conserves its precious cognitive energy. It relaxes because there's no problem to solve, no puzzle to piece together. Think of it like a solved crossword puzzle. Once it's done, you admire it for a moment, but you don't spend hours pondering the answers anymore. The challenge is gone, and so is the intense focus. When something is guaranteed, the brain relaxes. But when an outcome is uncertain, the brain does the opposite. It flags the situation as important and allocates more resources to it. It becomes engaged, curious, and starts running simulations, trying to figure out the pattern. This heightened state of attention is not stressful, it's stimulating. It's the feeling of being engrossed in a great movie, wondering what will happen next. When something is uncertain, the brain engages. And in the realm of attraction, women are no different. Their minds are equally intrigued by a man who presents a compelling, yet not entirely predictable picture. This is where we must draw a critical distinction. Being slightly out of reach is not the same as playing hard to get. Playing games involves calculated manipulation, like intentionally waiting 3 hours to text back or feigning disinterest when you're actually free. It's inauthentic and often backfires. Being slightly out of reach, however, is an authentic expression of having a full life. It means you have your own goals, hobbies, and priorities. You aren't waiting by the phone because you're genuinely busy living. This natural scarcity makes your time and attention more valuable. For example, a man who is always available, who replies instantly at all hours, and who agrees to every suggestion without offering his own, creates a sense of total certainty. She knows she has him. The puzzle is solved. This is comforting, but it rarely creates that spark of excitement or deep curiosity. In contrast, a man who has his own life, clear priorities, and therefore genuinely limited availability, creates intrigue. He doesn't reply instantly because he's at the gym or focused on work. He can't meet up on Tuesday because he has a prior commitment. His unavailability isn't a tactic, it's a fact. This creates natural, healthy uncertainty and makes her wonder, what is he all about? That curiosity is the fertile ground where attraction begins to grow. Chapter 2. Scarcity increases perceived value. At its core, scarcity is one of the most potent psychological triggers hardwired into our brains. Think about it from an evolutionary perspective. For our ancestors, rare resources, like a safe shelter or a protein-rich food source, were critical for survival. This deep-seated instinct translates directly into our modern social lives. When something or someone is not easily accessible, our brain automatically assigns it a higher value. It's the simple economic principle of supply and demand applied to human connection. If the supply of your time and attention is limited, the perceived demand for it naturally increases. This isn't about playing manipulative games. It's about demonstrating that you have a full, engaging life that you are inviting someone to be a part of, not a life that is waiting to be filled by them. A man who is slightly out of reach, who has his own passions, goals, and social circles, subconsciously signals 3 powerful traits. First, social value. His time is clearly in demand by others, which suggests he is a valued member of a community. Second, confidence. He isn't desperate for validation because he derives his self-worth from within and from his own pursuits. And third, options. This doesn't just mean romantic options. It means he has a rich life full of choices and opportunities. Let's contrast 2 scenarios. Imagine the always available man. He replies to texts within seconds, cancels his plans at a moment's notice, and is always free whenever she asks. While his intentions might be good, the The message he sends is one of low value. He feels replaceable because his time holds no weight. He is a convenience, not a priority. Now picture the selective man. He's engaged and interested, but he also has commitments. A gym session, a project for work, plans with friends. He might reply, "I'm busy Tuesday, but I'm free Thursday, and would love to see you then." He isn't being difficult. He is demonstrating that his time is a finite, valuable resource. When he chooses to spend that resource on her, it feels intentional and significant. So, how do you apply this without being aloof? Here's a quick checklist. 1. Don't always reply instantly. It's okay to finish your thought or your task first. 2. Protect your schedule. Keep 1 or 2 nights a week for your own hobbies and self-improvement. 3. Propose alternative plans. If you're busy, suggest another time. This shows interest while respecting your own time. 4. Focus on quality over quantity. Make the time you spend together count. Women don't chase men who are desperate for attention. They are drawn to men who are discerning with their time, men who choose rather than chase. Chapter 3. Emotional investment increases desire. Have you ever assembled a piece of furniture yourself and felt a strange sense of pride and attachment to it? That's a psychological principle known as the IKEA effect. We value things more when we put our own effort into them. This same principle applies powerfully to human attraction. The more effort someone invests in a potential relationship, the more emotionally attached they become to the outcome. It's not about playing games, it's about understanding that our minds are wired to value what we work for. When a man is present and engaging, but not constantly available, when he is slightly out of reach, it naturally prompts a woman to invest more of her own mental and emotional energy. She thinks more. He starts to occupy more of her mental real estate. She might find herself replaying a funny moment from your last conversation, wondering what he's up to, or trying to piece together the puzzle of who he is. This cognitive effort is the first step of investment. She feels more. The space you create allows for a spectrum of emotions to develop. There's the anticipation of hearing from you, the curiosity about your life, and the small jolt of excitement when you do connect. This emotional variance is far more compelling than a flat line of constant contact, and ultimately, she invests emotionally. All that thinking and feeling culminates in a genuine emotional stake. Her feelings are now linked to your interactions, making each one more meaningful. Let's look at a common example: texting. If she sends you a message and you reply instantly every single time, the conversation is predictable. It's convenient, but it lacks emotional texture. But if she has to wait a bit for your reply because you're genuinely busy, her mind naturally fills that gap. She wonders, she anticipates, and when your thoughtful reply finally arrives, it carries more weight. Now, a crucial caution. This is not about calculated waiting games. The goal isn't to make her anxious by intentionally ignoring her for hours or days. That crosses the line into manipulation and breeds resentment. The key is authenticity. You are simply prioritizing your own life, work, and hobbies, and responding when you are genuinely free and can give a thoughtful reply. This space allows desire to breathe. If everything is immediate and every moment is accounted for, there's no room for longing, no space for her to miss you, and therefore, no emotional buildup. True desire grows in the space between certainty and mystery. Chapter 4. Being out of reach signals self-respect. Being out of reach isn't about ignoring women. It's about self-respect. Men who have boundaries communicate, "My life matters too." That signal creates respect, and attraction always follows respect. Example: a man who cancels his priorities for a woman loses attraction. A man who honors his schedule gains it. Chapter 5. Emotional independence feels masculine. Women are attracted to emotional independence. A man who doesn't need validation feels strong. A man who constantly seeks reassurance feels weak. Being slightly out of reach signals emotional stability, confidence, leadership. Example: a man who enjoys her presence but doesn't depend on it feels grounded. That grounded energy creates polarity. Chapter 6. Why men ruin attraction by over-availability. Many men misunderstand attraction and think, if I give more, she'll like me more. But attraction doesn't grow through effort alone, it grows through emotional tension. Example: over-texting, over-explaining, over-committing too early. These behaviors collapse mystery, and mystery fuels desire. This isn't about manipulation. To be naturally out of reach, build a meaningful life. Set clear boundaries. Stay emotionally calm. Don't rush connection. Let attraction grow. Don't force it. Women don't want men who disappear. They want men who are grounded, valuable, and self-directed. Be present, but not dependent. Be interested, but not desperate. That balance makes you irresistible. If you want more psychology-based attraction insights, subscribe and watch the next video. Thanks for watching until the end. See you in the next video.